What is going on, good people? Well, today I did probably the worst video in the history of videos. It was just terrible. The sound was like, just horrible because I was driving to work and, it's a lot of road vibration and everything. It was just really bad. And to make matters worse, I kept referring to the subject of my video, GameStop, as Best Buy. Now, I didn't just do this once or twice. I got through the entire video and I probably did it like 6, 7, 8 times. I'm like, that's just inexcusable. Of course, my stupid ass didn't realize this till I'd already uploaded the video and put it out there for the world. But not that too many people ever see my videos, but I was just hoping this time, like seriously, nobody saw it. But I think my friend Sean saw it, and he'll probably give me hell about it tomorrow, and that's fine. Excuse me. But the subject of my video was the GameStop retro stores. This whole, it's not really a store near as I can tell. It's more like a store within a store, kind of like how you'll have Sephora inside JCPenney or some stuff. Anyway, a week and a half or so ago, my friend at work, Sean, comes up to me. He's like, oh, because he's a gamer. He's mainly a PC gamer. I'm a console gamer who happens to collect. And he asked me if I'd heard about GameStop Retro, and I was like, no, what's that? And he kind of gave me a brief overview. And I didn't really think much more about it for a few days, and saw a video from Spawnwave, I think the gentleman's name is, a big YouTuber, very popular, and he was discussing it. I said, well, let me go ahead and see what's going on with this. That's where I learned that it's a store-in-the-store format right now, and he shot a video in which he went to one of his local GameStops, not Best Buy, one of his local GameStops to, because you're able to, there's a locator on the GameStop website that'll tell you whether there's one of these stores within a store is local to you, and there was one for him. And he goes in and he finds that ostensibly what they had done, like if you go into a lot of GameStops now, they've been carrying retro back in their stores for a while now. But they'll have like at the Xbox section, there'll be like a little row of 360, occasionally original Xbox, and they'll sort it by, PlayStation, Nintendo. And it looks like what they've done is just taken like their entire supply of like, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th gen games and put them together on one shelf to like make it look like it's more than what it is. Now, granted, GameStop has had, they've had retro games available on their website for a while. I've never ordered off the website because I don't buy games sight unseen, especially retro games. I like to have games complete. I like to have the manual, the artwork, the case. Like I want everything. And that's just how I am. With the exception of cartridge-based games. Frankly, would it be cool to have them in a box? Yeah, but it's not necessary, and it's really too rich for my blood to do that. But the thing about these stores, I just have questions. We both know that, well, I say both like there's only one. Oh, hell, there may only be one of you watching this. But we all know that GameStop has been on the schneid for a hot minute. They've been circling that bowl, and it's honestly, I'm kind of surprised they're still around. They received an artificial bump from the whole Wall Street Bets crowd on Reddit that shot the stock price up a little bit and put a hedge fund or two out of business. A lot of these cats had been shorting it and lost their shirts. But GameStop's they've been on a downtrend for a while. The core of their business has always been the reselling of previously owned physical media. And, we live in a day and age, of course, now where, with the advent of streaming gaming and services like Xbox, why do I keep wanting to say Xbox Live? Whatever, I'm used to calling it Xbox Live, but where you can pay the $15 or Game Pass. I don't know why that fell out of my head, where you can pay just a flat fee to play all the new games. And it's just, we live in a generation now where, it's just everything's streaming, everything's digital, and the attachment to physical media is just not really there like it was for my generation. We grew up with that. Anytime we wanted to play a game, you had to have the cartridge, you had to have the disc. And there wasn't online distribution of these games. It wasn't really a thing yet. So, for us, it wasn't just the games themselves that we were attached to and nostalgic for. It's like the whole experience that surrounded them. Like the excitement of getting a new game in a package and opening it and like looking through the manual on the way home, and just it was a whole thing. And that's something that's lost on this generation. They don't have any, and I'm not dogging them for it. It's just, it's not something they grew up with, so they don't have any particular attachments to it. Now, you do find the odd young cat here and there that just really likes collecting physical media, and I applaud them. But the whole core of GameStop's base is like just kind of slowly disintegrating. They've been closing stores left and right for quite a while. They're in this mode now where they will have store managers who, instead of being over just one store or over two, possibly more than that, but at least two. I know that there's a GameStop within probably 50 yards where I'm sitting right now. I'm looking dead at it. And their store manager has to split time between this one and another one. And near as I can tell, they don't really pay him anymore for that. And that GameStop is notorious about being a very low paying, even for store management. Like, I know I make quite a bit more than the average GameStop store manager, which is just sad. But I guess my point being that GameStop's been trying for a while to salvage the business. They flirted for a while of turning it into a whole social thing where you could come in and do board games and all that. But really, that's, GameStop needs to stay in their lane. That's not their thing. There are already dedicated game shops for that. So they pivoted into the collectibles market, Funkos, statues, t-shirts, yada, yada. But again, that's what they offer is nothing unique. I mean, I guess you can go get it online. The only real advantage that GameStop has, being physical media, is the tactile experience, is being able to walk in, look, put your hands on it. But I mean, that's not enough for most folks. So I think GameStop now, obviously, I think they're reeling. They are on their last legs. They're like, well, okay, retro game collecting is, that's the big hotness. Let's jump on board with that. Let's play that up, see what we can do with it. I don't know that they're going to be able to do anything with it. I don't think they're going to be able to source the inventory, certainly not enough to like build freestanding GameStop retro stores. And you have too many mom and pop shops around now that's been their business for years, and they kind of dominate that market in whatever locality they happen to be in. Plus, we live in a time where, I think the days of like the mom or the grandma walking in with a box of their kids' video games and trading them in for whatever they can get, that's over, because most people that have these games are well aware that they have value. Even if they don't know the specifics, they know that there's value in them. They know if they hop online, they can, quickly suss out a game's value, and it really doesn't behoove them to sell them for pennies on a dollar to GameStop. And I think GameStop right now is running this deal where it's like they give you 10% extra trade-in game or credit for the retro games. No, it's like, why would anybody with any kind of sense want to sell, a $80-$100 game to GameStop for like $8 to $15? It just doesn't make any sense. Like I said, I'm sure they can get a little bit of inventory. They can squeeze it out of whatever area they happen to be in here and there, but I don't think they can do it to scale, and certainly not enough to carry the sort of business model they're proposing. Anyway, that's really all I got to say about it. I got my bag full of chicken here. I need to eat and then get back to work. I appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully none of you saw that train wreck of a video that I just posted and had to pull down and replace with this one. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Y'all take it easy. And if you got any value from this video, please smash that like button, subscribe. And as always, pick your battles, because not every hill is worth dying on.
Being strung out is not a game. So if you're thinking about using crack, don't do it.